What's up, guys? It's CV Tsukiyomi, and I wanted to get this video out there just because everyone else kind of has, but I really wanted to get it out there too because it's actually kind of big news, and probably a lot of you guys have already heard. But so after the World Grand Prix, the 2012 World Grand Prix for Cardfight Vanguard, we got a restriction list. Now, a restriction list isn't the same as, say, like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list. They do have similarities, but a restriction list just means you can still play the card. It just can't be used in a specific way. Okay? And I know Yu-Gi-Oh's got that ban list thing, but let's just stick to a restriction list. Okay? So what is this restriction list? So basically what's going on. So this takes effect on January 1st, 2013 for the Japanese version of Cardfight Vanguard. Now, that's just Japanese version. Just basically, it's going to be we're not going to get hit. If you're an American player, or you're not an American player, but if you play the English TCG game of Cardfight Vanguard, we're not going to get hit yet. And even though, congratulations to Brandon Smith on winning the English Cardfight Vanguard World Championship. Super cool, really awesome. I'm really proud of you, man. Even though we haven't talked yet, congratulations. I feel really proud to be a card fighter in the same state as you. I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get to meet sometime during break, or sometime during summer break, or something. Just something. I don't know. Because I plan on talking to Scarecrow Kaiser 17, because I always wanted to go to your locals, but I never had time. But enough about that. Anyways, Brandon said it wasn't gonna, what he said was that a lot of the officials from Bushiroad said that it's not gonna really hit the English card game, but that's okay, but it will. Like, eventually it will. The reason why it hasn't hit the English card game right now is because well, here, I'll tell you what this is. So that way it makes more sense to you. So it takes place on January 1st. Now, what does it do? So these certain cards are restricted for Royal Paladins, okay? King of Knights Alfred, Majesty Lord Blaster, and Wingo Brave. These cards are restricted. That means out of those three cards, you can only play two. You can't play two of each copy. You can only play two total out of those three choices. So let's say you play King of Knights Alfred. So let's say you play like a standard Royal Paladin deck like myself. We can only play two now instead of three. And I always played three, but two's not as good as three. Let's just be honest. And then Majesty Lord Blaster, you can only play like two. Okay, but then you can't play an Alfred, or you can't play a Wingo Brave if you play two Majesty Lord Blaster. So that's kind of how it works. Next is Kagero. So next on Kagero was Lizard Soldier Conroe and Draconic Overlord The End. So you can only play two of those respective cards. So you can either play one Conroe and two Draconic or one Conroe, one Overlord The End, two Overlord The End, or two Conroe. That's as good as it's going to get for Kagero Draconic Overlord players. And then for Oracle Think Tank, your restricted list is Silent Tom, Godhawk Ichibiyoshi, and Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukiyomi. So you can only play two. So now that I've explained the list, let's explain why it's not getting hit in America right now. Because if you look at it right now, Majesty Lord Blaster and Draconic Overlord The End aren't even in the English TCG game right now, right? Okay, so that's why it's not affecting the English card game yet. Because we don't get these cards until BTO5, Booster Set 5, Awakening of Twin Blades, or something like that. And even though when the set comes out, they're not going to get hit right away. Why are they not going to get hit right away? Because Bushiroad wants people to buy that set. That set has been hyped up for like a year already. Like, I remember when they first announced it, everyone was going like balls to the walls on it. So it's not going to get hit yet. It will get hit later for sure. I guarantee you that, because we're going to be basically at the same spot at some point in time with the Japanese card game. I mean, might not be soon. I don't really know. I haven't kept up with dates and stuff for what we get and what they get. But eventually we'll be in the same boat. And at that point, you know, it's going to get hit. If it doesn't get hit now, it gets hit later. So what does that mean? So Royal Paladins. Basically what Bushiroad wants to do is they want to make people play new clans, because at the World Grand Prix, I guess what happened was a lot of the top decks were either Royal Paladin, Kagero, and Oracle Think Tank. So that just really shows you that these consistent top decks are still being used, and they're pretty old, okay? In the Japanese card game, they're already on BT09, which just came out, and people are still playing cards like competitively since BT05. So what Bushiroad is trying to do is they're trying to like phase out the older clans and try to make you play newer clans, and that can either be good or that can either be bad. If we look at these cards respectively, for Royal Paladins, you are restricted for King of Knights Alfred, Majesty Lord Blaster, and Wingle Brave. So what does that mean? Now I guess if you make a standard Royal Paladin deck, it's not the most viable. Why? Because generally in Royal Paladin decks, just a standard one, now I'm not saying this isn't MLB, you generally want to play 3 to 4 King of Knights Alfred already. And then your starter's supposed to be Wingle Brave because it can search out things. That's how it's generally supposed to be played. But now we don't really have that option. We can only play like one Alfred. We got to tech some random stuff in that isn't really that great. I know some people were saying play Holy Disaster Dragon, but that card is terrible. I don't know what you guys see in that card. Next thing is Majesty Lord Blaster. So if we're going to play Majesty Lord Blaster for Royal Paladins, we're probably going to have to play one Wingle Brave and one Majesty Lord Blaster, or something like that, or 2 Majesty Lords. But the thing is you won't be able to search things out with your Wingle Brave because you won't have it. So the deck lost a lot of searching power, or searching ability, and a lot of consistency. Because let's say you play one MLB, and like you somehow lose it. You're in a pretty bad position because the whole point of the deck was to play MLB. Now, you can always diverge the idea of your deck, so it doesn't have to play MLB. You can just tech it in there, but I don't really see the point since, you know, you kind of have to build the deck around MLB already. So, Royal Paladins, you got to do something else. You really do. We can't really do... I don't really know what you can do yet, just because I haven't played the game, like, past 2 months. Maybe a month and a half, I don't know. But that's kind of bad for Royal Paladin players. We kind of lose our best cards, and we lose a lot of consistency, which is the only reason why I played that deck, was because of how consistent and all the searching power it had. So, not playing that deck anymore, so I probably will have to sell that stuff. Kagero. Now, Lizard Soldier Conroe and Draconic Overlord the End. Now, basically, they just don't want you to use Draconic Overlord the End's Persona Blast. Why? Because its Persona Blast is really good. It nets you a +2 for free. Generally, all the other cards you play in this game, you can get a +1, and then you gotta work for the extra plus. But this card automatically gives you that +2, and then you have to work for your extra plus, which is really good because you're up another plus. If you understand math like I do, because we have superior Asian math skills, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But we basically can't use its Persona Blast, and at that point, because you need Lizard Soldier Conroe, what else can you run besides Lizard Soldier Conroe? I mean, you really need it, okay? Not running a Lizard Soldier Conroe is pretty bad, and why is that? Because we lose searching ability, we lose consistency, and that's like a key piece to that game. And I mean, basically, you could play Draconic Overlord the End, but you'd have to play it at 1, which is kind of dumb, because then the whole point of Draconic Overlord is kind of useless. So, you know, it's really just depends on how you're gonna do things. But Draconic Overlord, you guys did get hit pretty hard. But I mean, it's not like you can't play something else, but I wouldn't, just because Overlord the End is what really put the deck on the map. So let's go on to Oracle Think Tank. So you got Silent Tom, Godhawk Ishiboshi, and Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukiyomi. So what does that do? You can't run Tsukiyomi. A lot of people really like the deck, and I like the deck too. It's amazing. You guys know me. You guys have seen the deck on my channel. I love that deck. That deck is amazing. It's really, really good. But if you run the Tsukiyomi build, you can't run Silent Tom, and Silent Tom was like super good in that deck, because once you set up with Silent Tom, Gemini, you know you're gonna hit that trigger, game. But now we really can't do that. You either have to run Tsukiyomi without Tom, or you gotta play Tom. So, and Tom, we can only play 2 if we don't run Tsukiyomi. So, 2's okay. To be completely honest with you, it's not that great, because most people play 3 to 4. Why? Because Tom is the winning card of the deck. People don't really see it, but it is. And if you only play 2, you won't see it as much. I mean, I think it's okay, especially since I don't plan on playing Tsukiyomi for now, because I kind of want to play the Cross Ride, Amaterasu Cross Ride. And that doesn't require Tsukiyomi, so I can still play 2 Toms, but it just... Tom is a really major key card in the deck, and I know a lot of you guys, if you play, you know it firsthand that Tom is just absolutely amazing, but the fact that we can only play 2 makes it less consistent, and it's going to make the deck a little bit harder to get advantage, but I'm completely fine with that. I'm sure most of you guys are, but they're just trying to make things, I guess they want to make things more balanced, but I feel like they overhit these cards. Like, there's definitely, I think they just overkilled it, but it's fine. I don't care. It's their game, not mine. I just play it and I follow the rules. But yeah, so hopefully you guys got that, and pretty nifty to say the least. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you guys think about this list, and how does it affect your clan if you're using one of these 3 clans. I know at one point in time I was actually using all 3 of these clans, but not anymore. I kind of switched. I got to keep it a secret though, because you got to wait, because I got a plan. Not for these clans. Sorry, but yeah, go ahead and leave a comment down below, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, all that jazz, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace out.